The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my God, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares.
And we can do this all night. And we can do this all night. Take flight on cloud nine. Take you there. Oh. And we can do this all night. And we can do this all night. Take flight on cloud nine. Take you there. Oh. And we can do this.
Recorded live at the Jerrad Show studios in Tampa, Florida. It's another episode of the Jerrad Show. And now, here's your host, Jerrad Suarez.
That's right. Back again for another one. It's time for another episode of the Jerrad Show. Pop your popcorn. Order your Chinese food. Order your pizzas. Buy your cases of Coke. Buy your cases of Pepsi. Snuggle in. It's gonna be a warm and inviting episode of the Jerrad Show. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Tonight on the show, it's Thursday, December 14th, 2017. And there's all kinds of stuff to talk about. But most importantly, I have teased about things that are happening differently on the show. Things are going to be changing up here soon. And, one big thing that's going to change is, unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop the Jerrad Show jams. I know, I'm breaking your heart, but unfortunately, I've been getting too many copyright strikes on YouTube, and I don't feel like making money for those people for, ever. I don't want to do that forever on every show. So, Jerrad Show jams will cease to be a thing. There will be no more awesome music. I know. I'm sorry. That's probably why you tune in, exactly, just for the awesome music in the beginning. This week was Hex Cougar Week, and it's a great week to go out on Hex Cougar Week. I will still do the final episode of the Jerrad Show jams, where I play all of the songs from the week and talk a little bit about them. And I will still do that tomorrow. And it will be the second to last one, because next week I will be doing Jerrad Show Jams Christmas edition. And I might bring it back for certain occasions. There might be something before the intro, but it's not going to be every time. I'm tired of getting the copyright strikes. It's pissing me off. It's not like I'm monetizing these podcasts on YouTube yet, but I mean, damn it. I'm just using I'm using songs that I was under the influence that they were non-copyrighted. And apparently they are. Like, most of the songs that I've been playing are copyrighted. So, next week, I'm going to do one last week, Jerrad Show Jams. And it's going to be Christmas edition. And that's going to be the end of it. No more. So, this will be the last week of the actual music. And, like tonight's song. But after that, I'll just start it with the regular, the intro music. This one, yeah. This is by Nepo, by the way. It's a song called Number 999, and yeah, it doesn't have all of the Jerrad Show announcer. That's all separate buttons that I push. I push separate buttons on the board here, and I get...
Recorded live at the Jerrad Show studios in Tampa, Florida. It's another episode of the Jerrad Show.
And these are all separate, like they're separate buttons. So like this one is one.
Recorded live at the Jerrad Show studios in Tampa, Florida.
And then see, I have to play them in succession along with the music. So if in fact Nepo wants to reach out and strike a claim on every episode of the Jerrad Show that I've used this on, and if that happens, then I can just replace the song and just be like...
Recorded live at the Jerrad Show studios in Tampa, Florida. It's another episode of the Jerrad Show.
Just in succession.
And now, here's your host, Jerrad Suarez.
See, I don't have to stick with that song if anything happens. So, hopefully nothing happens. I haven't gotten hit with anything yet. I guess there's no problem with me using it. I'm I am giving credit to the artist. I should probably do that in the description. Add in a little, intro song is by this. And then, well, where would I put the Jerrad Show Jams thing? Should I put that artist in there too in that track listing? Oh man. Maybe just no more music. Just nothing but talking. That's what a podcast is for. Anyways, it's Thursday. December 14th. And today we got the big news that Fox, 21st Century Fox, has been purchased by Disney. And I don't have a problem with it. It is going to be kind of weird that Disney owns The Simpsons now. I mean, that would be weird if they made another Simpsons movie. But it goes even further than just, X-Men and The Simpsons. I mean, they own things now like FX. FX is now owned by Disney. American Horror Story, the channel that plays American Horror Story, is now owned by Disney. And like National Geographic, that's now owned by Disney. Also like Fox News and Fox Business and all the Fox Sports channels, that's all owned by Disney now. And then something interesting that I saw was Hulu. I guess Hulu was a majority of the company was owned by 21st Century Fox, so now Disney owns Hulu. So are they going to just plan on putting all their services on Hulu and making Hulu a Disney service along with everything else? I don't know. There's been talk in all the entertainment news that Disney would be starting its own streaming service, and this whole buyout thing, it's kind of weird. It's crazy. I don't agree with it at all. It's absolutely a terrible move, and this will never come back to bite me in the ass. No, I'm just kidding. It's I don't know. It's not a bad idea. I mean, look what Disney did for Star Wars. I mean, I'm probably gonna get hate from somebody who would say, that Disney bastardized it and littered the films with creatures and characters and stories just to sell toys, And I don't know. It's pretty crazy how many Star Wars things there are out there. There's lightsabers, and then there's everything else. There's paper napkins, paper plates, crazy shit like that. And it's everywhere. Everywhere you look is Star Wars. I guess that's because the movie comes out tomorrow. Yeah, who cares? Luke dies. Who cares? How you like that? I just spoiled the movie for you. The movie doesn't even come out till 12 o'clock tonight, I guess. It's Thursday. It's about 10 o'clock now, 9:45. And so the movie doesn't even come out until midnight tonight. And yeah, Luke dies. So enjoy that. How about that? I just let you know the ending of the movie. Oh, and Rey's parents, yeah, they're nobody. They're just some junkers that left her on Jakku. They're nobody. At least that's what Kylo Ren says to her. Oh, and Snoke dies too. How about that? Okay, so there's all the spoilers for Star Wars. It's pretty crazy that the old Star Wars were actually 20th Century Fox. Those were all 20th Century Fox movies. There's a lot of movies in the catalog for 20th Century Fox and 21st Century Fox, but 20th Century Fox is the films that were made in the last century. I almost said decade. All right. So what else are we getting into tonight? I guess, net neutrality. I still don't understand how it affects me. But apparently they repealed it, and now, what, they're gonna start charging people more? I think that sounds like scare tactics. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have the JerradShow.com, and what does that mean? That people are going to have to pay more to get to my website? That's kind of weird. I can't see that actually happening. I think I heard somebody bitching about pornography websites. Oh, that's if you go to that, you have to get a specific pornography website package, and if you want to watch, that on your websites, I guess it's because it's all free now, and it won't be that way. If you want to visit those kind of websites, you'll have to pay like a premium service package. But I can't see how are you gonna, I don't understand that. You call up and talk to Diane with the Spectrum or Frontier or Comcast cable systems or DirecTV and say, hey, yeah, you know what? I want the porn package. I want to see some really disgusting things. I want to see people do dirty, nasty things on the internet. So give me that porn premium package. I wonder how much that would cost. How much would horny guys go and pay for a porn premium package? Probably a lot. Probably at least an extra $20 on top of their cable bill. Could you imagine paying $20? I mean, if you can't access it and and that's your thing, what are you going to do? You're going to go back to magazines? You can't go back to magazines. We've already seen the promised land. You can't shut our eyes again from it. Once Pandora doesn't go back in the box, man. I don't know. But I don't see how that would affect me. I really don't. Well, because I use Netflix? Something about... People try to explain it. They're like, well, you see, you use Netflix. And I'm like, what? Yeah, so what? So you're telling me that I'm not going to be able to watch Netflix anymore unless what? Netflix has to pay money to get their services out? Or what? Am I going to get charged more money? Because guess what? I just won't fucking pay it. I won't do it. I'll find a way around it. I already paid too much fucking money to all kinds of shit. Fucking PlayStation View is one of them. Those things, that shit is expensive, especially when you got all the channels like I do. I mean, I don't have the premium movie channels on PlayStation View, which, if you don't know, PlayStation View is the PlayStation cable service, and it's pretty bomb. You have unlimited DVR, and you can access it from like any device. I've watched it here at the studio on the MacBook. I've watched stuff from my DVR and live TV. It's pretty bomb, and it's good stuff. But it's expensive as hell when you have all the channels, and I don't want to have to be paying more money to access the website, the PlayStation View website, to stream my live TV. See, because that's probably what's going to happen. They're going to start charging you to stream live TV or some shit like that. That would suck. But I guess we'll all do it because we're all suckers. The social media package, where Twitter, Facebook, and all the social media, Snapchats and Instagram, all that stuff. It's like $7 a month. That's all it is. And then you can have the fastest access to your social media and stream as many live videos as you want on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, I guess, right? Because you can do live Instagram video, right? I don't fucking know, man. I don't do the Instagram. I really don't. So, damn, man, this is probably one of the most boring episodes I've ever had because I just don't really have much to talk about today. I mean, I'm talking about the Disney thing a little bit, and I talked about the net neutrality thing a little bit, but I mean, there's not really anything going on in my life significantly to talk about. I mean, Christmas is coming up. I've got a couple of presents. I think I've done very well this year for the girlfriend. I think I've actually purchased something that she's going to enjoy and spend time with, and I think I might have hit it out of the park this year. It's not a wedding ring. You guys can chill out, but it is something that I think she will definitely enjoy. So hopefully I can pull that one off. Don't really know what I'm getting for anybody else at this point. I'm sure I'll probably think of it in the next couple of days because, there's no other option. There's no other choice. I have to. For Christmas, Christmas Day, I believe. Let me check the calendar here. Christmas Day is actually on Monday. So there will be a Jerrad Show on Christmas Day. And thinking about doing a live show. So if you're interested in being on the Jerrad Show live, coming down to the studios, excuse me there, couldn't breathe there for a second. So if you're interested in coming down to the Jerrad Show studios on Christmas Day, I know a lot of people have, family gatherings and stuff during the day, but usually at night things kind of calm down and you go back to the house and you relax and you start playing with all the toys that you got that day. Why not come over to the Jerrad Show studios and enjoy a live podcast? There will be refreshments and hot cocoa for anybody that wants to attend. Just go to jerradshow.com and click the email link and say that you want to attend the Jerrad Show Studios Christmas Day live podcast extravaganza. It's going to be fantastic. It's refreshment and goodies and presents and stockings and all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a Christmas overload. I'll tell you that right now. But then after that, it looks like there's only going to be, after Christmas, there's only going to be 4 more episodes of the Jerrad Show this year. And right now we're looking at a total, including this one, a total of 12 Jerrad Shows left for this year. And then we move on. Then we move on into January, and we've got some big things planned in January. The 100th episode, if everything goes correctly. It will be sometime in January, and that will be someplace live out at a location where you can come in and enjoy whatever the services of the location are and enjoy a nice live episode of the Jerrad Show at the same time. Lots of guests and fun and games and prizes, and things are bound to get off the hook, if you know what I mean. Have some crazy guests and some funny guests even. Maybe even some smart guests. There's a myriad of guests that can attend, and I'm in talks with maybe even getting the President of the United States involved. And if that happens, you have got to come to the 100th episode of the Jerrad Show. Let's see, what else do we got here? Not much. It looks like New Year's Day is also going to be a Monday. So the New Year's Eve, you know what I might do? This is a couple of weeks away now. So if you're listening to this and you listen to the Jerrad Show every day, thank you, first off. But this is going to be a little bit special for you. This is going to be an announcement here on the podcast. Thinking about doing a New Year's Eve special, like a countdown to the ball drop live on Spreaker, and thinking about doing that. It's a possibility. We'll see how Christmas Day goes, and then we'll think about New Year's Eve. Because if I'm going to be doing it out somewhere on the fly, then I would be using my cell phone to do that, and that's, I mean, you get a lower quality of podcast when I do that. If I don't do it here in the studio, it sounds pretty bad. Speaking of here in the studio, next week I'm trying to line up somebody from the radio industry. He's a big star here in Tampa Bay and around the world. He's internationally known as a radio legend, I guess you could say. And he will be here next week, either in the studio, hopefully in the studio, or over Skype. And we will talk to him. I'm going to keep it a surprise for now, just in case he backs out and I don't, have to announce who it is. Because that's the problem with having guests, is that they always fucking, like, the last minute, they're like, oh, man, you know what, I'm having trouble with this and that, and, I can't do it. And people flake. It's terrible. It was very disheartening to be, flaked on like that. It was very hard. I took it as rejection almost. When I was doing the Jerrad Show, when it was more guest-oriented, I got a lot of people that said, yeah, I want to do the show. That's awesome. And even people that were like, yeah, I've listened to the show. It would be so cool to do your show. And they would just flake. They would just not. They would be like, yeah, okay, I'll do it this day. And then I'd hit them up, and they were like, oh, I'm sorry, this is happening, and that's happening. And a lot of times it was girls. There was a lot of girls that, I would talk to, and they would be all super nice and stuff like that, and totally into talking to me on the show and stuff like that. And it was just weird because at the last hour before they were supposed to get on the show, there was a bunch of girls that did this, that they were like, oh no, I can't do it. Something sick, or I forgot to that I was working tonight or something. It was ridiculous, and it was really fucking disheartening, and I got tired of it, and I stopped doing the show. That, amongst other things, the computer that I was using took a shit, and the way I was recording podcasts back then was ridiculous. I was doing everything through GarageBand. And I was recording the Skype calls through GarageBand, and because I was doing that, it was giving like some weird echo that I couldn't figure out what monitor was on that was causing some fucking echo, and so I just dealt with it, and it was terrible. The last couple of episodes, there's probably a couple of them still up on YouTube, actually. There's at least the one that's with Justin Scard, I believe. Maybe even the one with Rachel Moore. Those two might still be up there. I'm not even gonna look right now. But you could tell, I can tell that I'm having trouble keeping the show going because I'm hearing the same thing in my head like seconds after, and it was really annoying. And I stopped doing the podcast for a while, but I got back into it earlier this year. So hopefully you're enjoying what you've been listening to these past couple of months. And we're going to finish out this year. We're going to do this. There's only 12 episodes left, including this show. So 11 more after this one. And then that's going to be it. That's going to be it for the Jerrad Show 2017 in the books. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to the Christmas extravaganza, the live Christmas extravaganza. And then I'm also looking forward to next week with all the Christmas shows and stepping it up with guests and all kinds of fun things for Christmas, especially the Christmas music. That's That's going to be the pinnacle of the Jerrad Show right there, the Christmas music. That's why you want to tune in to the Jerrad Show during the holidays to hear the best music in the world about Christmas. I mean, if it's good Christmas music, it's going to be here on the Jerrad Show. That's right. So tune in next week, and yeah, whatever. I don't even really care. But I guess I can throw out my plugs. Go to JerradShow.com. Go to Facebook.com/Jerrad Show. Or Twitter, @Jerrad Show. And then I think it's @Jerrad Show on Instagram, too. Go to JerradShow.com for all my social media links. And a handy, convenient little player. A media player where you can listen to every episode of The Jerrad Show. Just put it on your phone. Click play. And then put your phone into sleep mode and listen to the Jerrad Show through your headphones. It's good stuff. I haven't tried it, but you might want to. So, thank you so much for listening to this episode and every episode of the Jerrad Show. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow night for the last Jerrad Show jams before the Christmas edition. Have a good one.